I looked at Mrs. Vance with wide, innocent eyes. Mrs. Vance, I'm a bit slow. I can't tell what's a joke and what isn't. Is Kelly serious about wanting your son's sperm? A few minutes later, Julian and Kelly walked back in. They stood a respectable 2 feet apart, looking the picture of restraint and propriety. No one would guess the filthy conversation they just had. Seeing me standing with his parents, a shadow crossed Kelly's eyes. She forced a broken, humble smile. Uncle, Auntie, sorry I haven't visited lately. I made a few jokes with Julian that upset Sloane, so I didn't dare show my face. Mrs. Vance shot her a cold look. She signaled for them to follow us into the private lounge. Kelly looked confused. Usually, Mrs. Vance would have hugged her and comforted her by now. The shock truly hit when the door closed. Slap. Mrs. Vance backhanded Kelly across the face. Tears sprang to Kelly's eyes instantly. Julian's face twisted in anger. He moved to shield Kelly, looking ready to yell at his own mother. Mr. Vance kicked him hard in the back of the knee. Julian crumbled to the floor. Mrs. Vance, shaking with rage, glared at them. I thought you two were just close friends. I didn't realize you were disgusting perverts behind our backs. Planning a baby? Are you trying to saddle the Vance family with a bastard scandal? How are we supposed to explain this to the listers? Julian's face went white. His gaze snapped to me, sharp as a dagger. How do you know that? Were you spying on me? I shrugged, tapping the tablet screen. Like I said, I can't tell if you and your bro are joking or being serious. So, I figured I'd live stream it to your parents and let them decide. Julian's chest heaved. But surprisingly, he swallowed his pride. He lowered his head. I'm sorry, Kelly, and I crossed a line. But I chose to marry you, Sloane. I won't betray you. I won't meet Kelly alone ever again. After the wedding, I'll send her to Australia. Kelly let out a gasp. Julian shot her a warning look. She turned her glare on me, eyes full of venom. I didn't care. I shrugged again. I'm a mule, remember? What I want, I get. What I want to do, gets done. The wedding day arrived quickly. Kelly volunteered to be my bridesmaid. Her dress was suspiciously similar in style to my wedding gown, and it matched Julian's suit perfectly. I watched them making eyes at each other, acting like tragic lovers torn apart by cruel fate. It was nauseating. After my makeup was done, I went to an empty lounge to rest. I sat down, and before I could react, a rope tightened around me, binding me to the chair. I turned my head just in time to receive a heavy slap from Kelly. She pried my jaw open and forced a cup of liquid down my throat. She smiled, a look of pure malice. Sloane, you shouldn't have messed with me. On your big day, I'm going to ruin you. A bride seducing old men at her own wedding? Imagine if that gets live streamed. Will the Lister family survive the shame? I coughed, choking on the bitter liquid. Aren't you afraid of my family's revenge? I rasped. Kelly scoffed. What is the Lister family without the Vance connection? Just another bankrupt tragedy waiting to happen. You think I'm scared of you? She smirked, ripping part of my dress and patting me down. I know you like to record things. Don't worry, I'm checking you thoroughly. After today, you and your family will be erased from high society. She signaled to 2 sleazy-looking older men by the window. With a victorious smile, she left the room. The 2 men looked at me with predatory eyes. I started laughing. Don't worry, Kelly. I prepared a show for you too. I hope you enjoy your leading role. The ceremony began, but the bride and groom were missing. My parents sat in the front row, faces stern. Mr. and Mrs. Vance were sweating through their formal wear. In-laws, Mr. Vance stammered. I've sent people to look. Maybe Julian and Sloane got caught up talking. Young love, you know? They lose track of time. We will give you an explanation. My father glanced at him sideways. You better. Or that waterfront development project. He let the threat hang. Mr. Vance looked like he might throw up. Suddenly, a static hum came from the speaker.